Hey, crime fans!
Join us October 9th through 11th at
Crime Story Fest.
Crime Story Fest.
Crime Story Fest
At the Doubletree Hilton on Boston's North Shore, Danvers, Massachusetts location.
Crime Story Fest, all things crime and mystery festival.
Come visit us at Crime Story Fest.
What else you got going on? What, you gonna watch another documentary on Netflix? Come on down to Crime Story Fest. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Meet some of your favorite podcasters, authors, experts. This October, Boston, be there.
Hi, and welcome to Danny After Dark. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a notification or a new episode. Tonight is the weekly True Crime and Chill. Mr. Beckham will be joining. He will be fashionably late as always. But in the meantime, I am excited to hang out with you guys. It has been a long week. And okay, K-Dog, yes, can we all have a moment for Chuck Norris? Like, so sad. So sad. Yeah, that was one I didn't see coming. I'm not going to lie. But yes. So we have a lot to go over tonight. In full disclosure, tonight is going to be like mostly Massachusetts-based stuff. There has been so much shit going on in my home state, and it's not good. It is not good at all. But got to report it like it is. So yeah, we will be getting into that. And y'all, Corey Richins, there was a verdict. You better believe we're talking about that as well. So lots of stuff to talk about. So yeah. So I got, before we jump into that, the brunette phase. Wish I didn't go back to it, but I did. So this past weekend, oh my God, it's Saturday. I'm so off with my days. So yesterday, met up with my hairdresser and we added some highlights. They're not really picking up on camera. I feel like my hair does look lighter brown on camera, but in person, it's a little bit more highlighted. We're going to gradually go back to the blonde. Yeah. I don't know why I was reminiscing about the old days of me as a brunette. And I was just like, let me go back to that. And then like within 2 weeks, I'm like, what did I do? What did I do? So yeah, I'm going back to blonde Danny. And yeah, it'll be a little bit of a work in progress, but nonetheless, here we are. So yeah, I feel like it's not picking up how light it is on camera though, but that's okay. That's okay. All good. So let's see who's here. Paul, behave. Fiddleford, hello. Before I get into the rest of y'all, hell must have froze over because we're under 5 minutes and look who's here. In Beckham, it's sunny where you are.
Yeah.
You have light.
I'm on the other side of the planet.
Oh, for fuck's sake. No, you are not. Literally, you're not on the other side of the planet. How are you doing? I'm not used to your glasses still.
Why?
I don't know. They're just different. I'm not used to seeing you with like glasses, like with those types of frames.
Okay. I mean, I've had every color. I've had black, blue, white.
The white glass has got a lot of attention.
Yeah, that's old. They're old though. That's like 5 years, 6 years ago old.
My God. I know you were rocking those forever, man. Damn.
Like a year and a half, 2 years.
Was that all?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because in 2022, I went to like a clear grayish ones.
I remember those.
And then in 2023, I got clear. No, I had blue ones. I'm sorry. No, I went to blue first.
Okay.
You don't remember the blue ones? I went to blue. I had blue.
I do.
And then I had blue ones, and then the gray clear one, the darker gray clear ones, and
I remember
then the
those.
clear ones. Yeah, I only did the white ones maybe like a year and not very long, like maybe a year and a half, almost 2 years.
You know what it probably was? You were rocking those during our Manson Saga show.
Yeah, I think I would just put them on for the meetings for the shows.
Which we were. How the hell did we do like 3 nights a week?
Yeah, and then I think there at the end I would have the blue ones on sometimes, and then I would have the white ones.
That's what it is. That's what it is. You were so fashionable, Beckham.
Dude, I got people in a certain, when I was in that one office, I got people doing the same thing. They were trying all colors and stuff. I was like, yeah. Especially
You're
like women, they were like, oh, I need to be like you. And I was like, yeah. I mean, I would never wear gray, but some women could probably pull red ones off.
The fact that people literally said, "I want to be like you."
Oh yeah, I was like that. Like in my capacity now, I'm like, we don't have to dress up anymore, really. But then I was dressing up all the time.
I remember when you would go to work dressed up.
Yeah, and I would match the glasses because I had the blue, the white, and then and then towards the gray, and then I would match the glasses with the outfit, whatever I was wearing.
Okay, I feel like you're overlooking the fact that there were people in this world that said, "I want to be like you." That is scary.
God, I swear, dude.
I know. I believe that, and I'm just scared for the public.
Wow. I used to be like even super fashionable in banking days. Because back in those banking days, everybody was like dressed to the. I mean, you pretty much were like going to some like dinner. Every day was going to like a dinner or something. So you had to like. I used to have dress shirts with the little thingies, like at the
cufflings.
Cufflings, yeah. I used to have a drawer of cufflings too. It would literally take me like an hour and a half to get dressed back then, just because of the matching the tie, the cufflings, the socks. I'm telling you, man, banking world was cutthroat, but you had to show out. You had to dress up. I don't think it's like that anymore.
No.
Everybody's like the tech bros and stuff. Let's just wear whatever. Let's wear Star Wars shirts to work.
We're not going down that route for many reasons, but nothing will.
Is Paul still in the chat?
I don't know, Paul.
Paul, everybody dresses like tech bros.
Oh God, if people, I can't. But nothing will, Beckham, to me, you will never be and I did not know you at this time in life, but I've seen pictures. To me, you will never be as fashionable as when you were a 90s club kid.
Oh, man. Dude.
If only you two could see those pictures.
The best club shirts, man. God, I miss those shirts.
Every once in a while, Beckham will message me like, look at this old photo I found of my club.
I will never let a woman do my laundry like that, because my mom messed up one of my club shirts one time and I was like, that's it, I'm done.
Wow. I think she was doing you a favor and you just didn't realize it. I really do.
Dude, I could have really been fashionable going back to Studio 54 in 1999. I was just 20 years off.
That's quite a comment. Chat, what do you think about this? I have a range of emotions right now, but I don't know. All right, let's see who else is here tonight. Clifford Crawford.
She did.
K-Dog was here. Gave a moment of silence for Chuck Norris. Dudeman, hello. Long time no see here in the chat. Always a pleasure to be here, my friend.
Yeah, we need to have a moment of silence for good old Chuck Norris.
We did. You weren't here.
You already had. No, you didn't already do it. I was listening to you. Did you really?
Yeah.
Was it what? Dude, it didn't even take that long to log in. I thought it was gonna take me longer.
K-Dog, I love you. Yeah. Beckham. Hey, Corey Novak. Hello. A year with Beckham feels like a decade. Clifford, I'm giving you a star for that. I would say, yeah, you are spot on. You are spot on. Shelly, hello to my guys sitting over there looking very tech savvy. 1984, the year my love became cool. Oh, for Christ's sake, Shelly.
That's like the
The
best
missing
year.
link had cufflinks. Hey, Paul, you are being crazy. Calm down.
What did Paul say?
No, Paul is being Paul.
Again?
Every day of his life. He knows no other way. Let's see. Babe, you're going to have to get some more of those club shoots with your new entourage. You indicated back in. Oh, I
Wear
don't
a
know.
Danny After Dark shirt to work or be a beta.
My mom messed up one of my class. Okay, Paul, I know Beckham said it, but Paul, I'm giving you a star because you reset it. Going face says it all. Happy spring. Hi, Brian. Hope you are well. Happy spring indeed. Except here, at least in Mass, it's cold. We got a little bit warm and then it got cold. And it's like, wait a minute. And rumor has it it's supposed to snow next week here.
What?
Yeah. Not insane like the storms we've had, but like, I'm over it. It's just almost all melted. So let's just add more snow. Okay. Welcome to New England, you know.
Wow. I don't think I'm going to see any. The cold days are gone. I'm going to miss them, but I think it's over for me.
I'm just giving out stars tonight. What can I say? Paul, what is this? Paul, don't be silly comment. What is this? Chuck Norris has currently left the plant. Oh, that's very true, Shelly. Very, very, very true. Okay, Clifford, you can calm down. I can take away your star.
Dude,
you
it's gonna be like
that.
It's gonna be like that here till next week. It's gonna be like 85, 88. Oh God.
Shelly, with a comment like this, I might time you out. I would like to request a well-being check on Shelly because, like, who says Paul's awesome? No one. Like, literally no one. No one on YouTube has said that. In fact, people.
I think Shelly's got the blinds on. The sun's hitting her. She's got that sun energy.
I don't know. Oh man. So, all right, let's get the announcements out of the way, and we're going to jump in because there's a lot, you guys. There's a lot.
I'm just let go for it. I'm just gonna do that.
Beckham's like, this has nothing to do with me, so I'm leaving.
Yep, that's pretty much what I'm saying.
Shelly. So book club will be the show next week. And the book is by Greg Olson. If You Tell, I, in full disclosure, am not finished with the book yet. It is like 400-ish pages. And life has been crazy. But I am working through it as quickly as I can. And it's quite a read, you guys. It is quite a read. And I'm really looking forward thus far to chatting about it. So again, that will be next Thursday night. Book club, again, If You Tell by Greg Olson. In regards to, I did a post recently about a AMA, Ask Me Anything, for me and Beckham. So we will be doing that in a few weeks.
I'm hosting it. This is your AMA.
What do you mean you're hosting it?
I want to be the one asking questions.
Oh, is that how it is?
Yeah.
Please.
So, Danny, what did you do on this night?
I plead the fifth.
That's what I'm doing.
So, yeah, that will be coming up. TBD. If you guys have any question, it'll be live, so you can ask them while we are live. It can be true crime related or not true crime related, but it's been a while since you guys have, since we've kind of hung out and done that. So I figured with all the crime conventions coming up and like I've been getting a little bit of a newer audience, which is really cool. Just kind of like a get to know Danny. And, people want to get to know you, Beckham. You like sprinkle in here and there all these like Vegas stories and whatnot. So like people are gonna want to
dude, I
know.
can't,
And if they happen to ask it, like you're gonna have to answer because that's the way it works. Paul, I sent a link. Why don't you just come up if you're gonna be a pain in the ass? Hey Renee, good to see you. Renee, don't fall for Paul's bullshit in the chat. Everybody's like fawning over him, and I don't know why. I think hell froze over. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And if you guys have any questions, I know some people are more comfortable not asking them live and they'll like DM me, or if they don't have YouTube, they'll DM me and I'll get that on the Google Doc to do for the AMA. So stay tuned for that. Dave Mack, the interview that I did with him, part 2 will be released soon as well. So keep a lookout for that. I am really excited to release that. I hope you guys all watched part 1. Part 2 will be a bit longer. We went into a lot more different avenues with Dave, and I fully enjoyed his company for this. So stay tuned for when that will come out. In a few weeks is also the Beyond the Crime Convention, and that will be the weekend of April 11th to 12th in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I will be there. I will have a booth. I will be doing a live show there on stage, so really excited for that. So if you are in the Albuquerque, New Mexico area, or if you're like, hell, I just want to make a vacation, like go on out and get tickets. It's going to be fun. Crime Con last weekend in May in Vegas. I am really excited for that. Oh my gosh, the website keeps being updated like every few days with like more and more content.
Yeah, I keep getting like emails about different people like either showing up or something, or
yep. Yeah, emails have been going out too. If you're subscribed to like their email list, if you follow CrimeCon on Instagram or Facebook, you'll see that all too. A few of my podcast girlfriends are going to be on Creator Row this year, which is like amazing, amazing. So yeah, I cannot wait. And yeah, that's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Crime Story Fest. It will be October this year, the holiday weekend in October. So if you are in the New England area, Massachusetts area, or you're like, wait a minute, October in Salem and there's a true crime convention, I'm going. Do it. It'll be fun. Again, that will be in October. I will be there. I will have a booth. I'll be doing a live show. I'll be on stage with other content creators, assisting them with their live presentations. So I'll be very, very involved, which is going to be so exciting. So keep an eye on that, or buy your tickets now because they are available.
I gotta buy my ticket. We gotta buy our tickets then.
Beckham, yes, you do. Beckham will be there.
I thought I was gonna be able to walk in for free.
Well, you're with me, so
no, I was just playing. I just forgot.
You're with me, so
no, it's not that. I don't know. It's just I mean, is there like how many? Is there like you have to get them like? Are you suggesting to get them now?
If you're like, hey, I know I'm gonna attend.
Yeah. Okay, then we need to get them. Okay, I don't know. It just hadn't clicked in my head.
Beckham, hold off. You're going to be on stage with me, so like.
No, it's not. No, it's not a big deal. I was just like, wait a minute, are they gonna sell out?
Hopefully, this is the first annual. That would be freaking amazing.
Yeah, it's true.
Beckham, you hold out, and like, this is like one of the only times I can be like, yeah, Beckham's with me, and everybody remember, like, I'm hooking him up. So yeah. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Earlier this week, I did a book review on the Ellen Greenberg case. That book was published by Nancy Grace, so I did a review. Check that out if you missed it. It was a very different type of structured book, so I went through all of that. And yeah, if that's something you're interested in, let me know. If you've read it, let me know, and if you have any takeaways from it. So yeah, keep an eye on that. So that's it. But for announcements, besides the typical, all of my information is down below. If you're not following me on like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, I'm not good with posting on TikTok, not gonna lie. Email, the merch store, the buy me a coffee, Cameo, all that fun stuff is below. So yeah, let's just double check the chat, make sure I don't miss anything, and then we will go from there. I don't ever get a star, so Team Paul today. Shelly, you are dating a star. I mean, I'm not saying that's a good thing. But yeah. Danielle, tens of people think I'm cool. Tens of people. Yeah. Danielle, I'd love to see you with that color and like long layers on the front. Oh, thank you. You know what, Shelly, I'm going to give you a star for that. I'm going to give you a star for that. And I'm going to give you a star for that too. Renee, of course, snuck in the chat earlier. Paul, be nice. Yeah, Corey, I agree. Karen Diamond, hello. Hope you are doing well. Paul's begging for a time. Hey, dog. For
British,
real.
Britain.
She's from Australia.
Yeah, but British have ruled Australia.
Not sure. Double star. All right. Let's jump in. So, let's just get with the big headlines that happened this week.
Somebody was found guilty.
She was found guilty. Again, we talked about last Friday, she did not put up a defense. Her defense team, they rested. They did not call anybody, nor did she take the stand. So will Jesse, I got to stop. Will Jesse be there? Jesse Weber. I have not seen him announced for CrimeCon yet.
Because he is busy now. He's got his own show.
I mean, he's
got the main time slot.
I mean, Beckham like trashes him on here, but the whole time me and Beckham were there, he's just like, oh my God, look at Jesse Weber. He's everything I would love to be. That's exactly what Beckham was saying.
Okay, because I want to be 5'2".
I'm sorry, but did he not have a line of women at all times wanting to take pictures with him?
So. No, it's more like he just had a line of I'm not gonna say that.
Calm down, Beckham. Calm down. All right. So the things that Corey Richens was found guilty on. This included aggravated murder, attempted criminal homicide, 2 counts of insurance fraud and forgery. Also finding out the jury found her guilty that she gave her husband, Eric Richens, 5 times the lethal dose of fentanyl in a drink. The jury deliberated for about 3 hours. 3 hours before they returned a verdict.
How many hours? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Dude, I just said it like 4 times.
I know, but I missed it.
About 3. And that does not mean it sat there for 3. That means the judge said, you have it. They had to all file out, be seated, go through the rules, decide a jury foreman, all of that stuff, then say, go through the things. Yes, we have a verdict. Shuffle back in, all that stuff. All of that, 3 hours. So I think that really goes to show what the jury kind of thought in this case. So a sentencing hearing has been scheduled for May 13th. If you guys saw it live, or if you didn't, go on YouTube or even Instagram. There's a lot of shorts of Corey's response when they announced that she was guilty. She was pretty much stone cold. Beckham, did you see it before I start to describe it?
I think I saw a clip of it. Yeah, she just was like, just sit there.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you said. Yeah.
There was like a little, like the tiniest little like gasp, but that was it. And then she just kind of put her head down. But
dude,
there was really not like
I cannot believe this story. And then didn't we talk about like 2 weeks ago? She didn't even write the book.
Was that last week or the week before? It was one of the, yeah, you're right. It was one of the past 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was even more crazy. The only reason I even know this story is because, like I said, it was one of those days I was getting dressed. That takes me like an hour and a half. And I turned on TV. It was one of those days. And I was getting dressed and I turned on the TV and it was early. And she was promoting her book. That's the only reason I even know who she is. And I literally felt for her. I was like, man, that's, wow, look at her. Look at this lady. I was like, look at this lady coming and writing a book and all that, all that. I fell for it in that time frame.
It was one of those things where, like, obviously the investigators were going to do their job regardless. But she, like you just said, she brought the spotlight onto herself, which I think made this way more coverage than it would have been otherwise. It's just, but it's like, what kind of nerve do you have to like be like she really thought she was going to get away with this?
I didn't buy the book. I would have been really pissed off if I bought the book.
I mean,
Did you buy the book?
no.
Oh, I was like, did you buy the book like back then or something?
No.
Oh, I thought you might have bought it.
No. There are many books
I
I
mean,
will do, but no, not that.
It's just this case. This is wild to me. Like I said, it was just by chance. I turned on the TV. She's there. She's promoting the book. Like the three people in the media that were hosting the show were like in awe of her, and awe of her ability to write the book during the strenuous issue, during the strenuous time of her life. But and then her kids, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then to all the people that just put that, I'm pretty sure a lot of people purchased the book.
I mean,
They
because
were
she
promoting the
presented
book,
such a
but
sad
it was a
story.
promotional tour, but at the same
Oh
time,
yeah.
yeah, with the story attached to it, right? It was just very
Mhm.
sentimental, and
Yeah, this poor
that kind of
woman,
thing.
and she's
Yeah,
a mother of 3 young kids,
right,
and
exactly.
oh,
Yep.
she knew what she was doing.
It was wild,
Unlike
dude. It's
Karen
crazy.
Diamond, who right now I'm questioning this. Mr. Beckham, you have the best laugh.
Yes, I have
Does
people
he?
that tell me like that kind of like have a good laugh.
Karen, does he?
Yeah,
It takes Beckham 45 minutes just to tie his shoes. Okay,
That's
you're getting a
that's
star.
pretty right.
You're okay, K-Dog. Yeah, no, absolutely. You're in debt. You take out insurance on your hubby and he suddenly dies. Nothing suspicious there. But not only it wasn't that, it was he had the insurance policy with
That makes me
his
laugh.
business partner, and she tried to get it switched. They found out, switched it back. Like there were so many things that she was doing, taking out money against the house. Like, oh God, that's a whole thing. Karen Diamond needs a star.
Dude, why I about the time to shoot comment real quick. I told Z, and I told Z and another friend of mine, I was like, Z is gonna be the first one to in our group of friends to get Velcro shoes. Like really old man.
Oh, I know.
Dude, it's so funny because I timed that perfectly one day, and it was funny. My other friend was laughing. I don't think Z was laughing, but it was funny.
So the love of my life, when I met him, how many years ago was it? Mickey Dolenz, when I met him in concert and I paid for the meet and greet. He wears Velcro shoes.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, it's because
he's also like 79 or 80 years old.
Yeah,
so.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not making. I mean, it's funny to think about it like now, but like, I get it. You don't want to have to bend down, and you can't bend down like you used to, and you fall over and you break a hip. That's why they have Velcro shoes.
It was one of those things where I saw Mickey and I looked down at the shoes. And I was
he had Velcro. You see, you felt sorry for him. You didn't joke about it.
Oh, I did not feel sorry. That man he's sexy as hell and can do no wrong. Velcro shoes or not. Please.
Velcro shoes.
Please don't get me started on Mickey Dolenz.
I used to have Velcro shoes in like kindergarten.
Did it still take you 45 minutes to get ready?
Probably,
yeah. Damn right, probably. All right, folks.
Danny, have I ever held up getting ready when we're like on trips? Have you ever gone?
Actually, yes, you have.
This Beckham, he's taking fucking forever.
Yes, you have.
When
we were our first trip to LA. Girls were waiting on you.
It's probably because I didn't have the right water pressure or something.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Did they have lights in them too? Probably. Kids' shoes.
No, I don't think. No, we're too old for the lights in the shoes, man. That was way later. You had lights in your shoes?
My generation had that.
Really?
Us girls, what, you and Paul? Do leave Danny alone. Mickey is a legend. I feel the same way about. All right, Shelly, I'm going to give you a star. How about that? The water pressure. Corey, let's message later. Yeah, let's message later. All right. So let's move on. I don't even know where to begin. There's just so much. Danny After Dark, the love of my life, Mickey Dolenz. That was fun. But Wolf, I'm not joking. And you guys know that. Like, yeah, no, I gladly shelled out a ton of money for that meet and greet and front row center.
How many times have you seen him? 3, 2. That I've known you. I think you've gone since I've known you twice.
We've known each other. I saw them right before the pandemic. I saw Mike and Mickey. It was a week after Peter Tork died.
Yeah, that was one. And then you just saw him like last year.
Yep.
Or did you see him this year? Did you see him in January?
Mm-mm.
It was last year.
He's on tour, but he's not coming in this area. I
already told you the restaurant. I tagged you to his favorite restaurant in LA that he likes to go to. That one time. That's his favorite place to go eat, and that's that to him. That place is like my El Coyote place. So
Brian, he sure was.
Really?
Yeah, it was him, Peter.
Dude, that teacher in that show finally died. He was like 100 years old.
I think Peter was on it too.
Remember what was that? The teacher in that TV show?
Mr. Feeney.
Mr. Feeney. That dude finally passed away. That dude lived to be like 98.
It was no, Wolf. I'm more of an Airbnb girl, and it was an Airbnb that we were at. The whole water pressure is why back on the
was water pressure.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go with I'm skipping around my notes.
That's the house that some Looney Tune was watching Danny.
That's the one. A guy came out of the wall. Yeah, no joke. If you guys aren't familiar with that story, yeah. Oh my God, there's so much Massachusetts stuff. All right, Kelsey Fitzsimmons. So her trial starts Monday, and she is opting for a bench trial. She's going with the judge, not a jury trial. What do you guys think about this? I know we've kind of talked about it here and there. I've seen a bit of a mix. There's a decent amount of content creators that are thinking that's like the right route for her to go. And obviously her attorneys feel that's the right route, is to present the case. And then the judge is the one that will make the decision rather than a jury. I personally think that's the wrong decision. I think she should have opted for a jury trial. And my reason being is this is cop versus cop. And Massachusetts I feel like it's more and more like things about corruption are coming about. And a part of me thinks like, depending on the judge that oversees it. And to be honest, I don't know a ton about the judge. So that is also on me for not fully researching like this judge and like his track record. But I'm thinking, and the example I'll use in Beckham, and let me know what you think too. Hypothetically, if Karen Reed did her trial and did a bench trial with Judge Bev Canoni, we know how that would go in a heartbeat, right? There are just some judges that like, again, this is a cop versus cop thing. So it's like,
don't get me started on judges right now.
There are just so many crooked judges that I'm just nervous that even with all of the information presented, and again, we don't know everything. I'll be perfectly upfront. We don't know everything. The trial hasn't started yet. So I respect that. But I just feel like there's a lot of police cover up and like, protecting the blue in not good ways. And this could backfire where it's like, okay, let's just sacrifice Kelsey for the good of what was done into like for all of law enforcement that was involved in that. That's my thinking. I could be wrong. Have a good night, Clifford. Good to see you, hon. Yeah, I don't know.
Thanks for the jokes,
what do you
Clifford.
think?
Have a good night. I'm not going to talk going into the judges stuff, but judges are really bad right now. There's even judges that don't even have law degrees, but if you're going to like talk about it to in the sense of like when you can't trust the people that facilitate the law, that's scary. Because you're just especially if you don't have this huge backing, right? Like some super team behind you. I mean, Karen Reed had a super team, but it took a super team to get her off.
And 2 trials.
And 2 trials, right? So most people don't have that. So it's just like, one of those type of things where you're just, it's scary.
I mean,
it can be. I mean, it
attorney.
depends on what side you're on, but it can be scary. You're trying to defend yourself.
Mm-hmm. She has Bradle. She has Martha Coakley. So she does have a good team. I will give Kelsey Simmons that.
But does she have the Fab? Does she have the Fab Five on her team?
I mean, she doesn't have Alan Jackson and Yannetti, but Bradle is very good.
I wonder if anybody got that in the chat. Fab Five.
So we will see. Again, the trial starts Monday. I will be following this. Again, that's very close to me. Location-wise, I don't have a personal connection to it. So yeah, let's see and stay tuned. I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. The second they said bench trial, I was like, oh my god. We'll see.
Bench trial coming to your house.
So okay, I will say also, I'm also like, this is totally off related, but like the way I'm like moving my arms, I'm like, oh, so I had to get blood work done, and I had still a bunch of bruising from that because God forbid, like they couldn't find a vein. So if on the chance, like if I move my arm a certain way and people are like, oh my God, Danny, what happened to your arm? All is well. All is well.
It looked like a cat. It looked like one of your cats attacked you.
Blood work. No, it wouldn't be from cat. No. Chris James, hello. Do you have a new avatar? I think you do. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's go. Oh my God, it's like all Massachusetts. It's so sad. Let's go with an update on Anthony DeMeo. So we talked about it last week. He was the 18-year-old high school kid that attacked 69-year-old Janet Swallow and stabbed her to death in her home. So he is at Bridgewater State, going under psychological testing, which is very apparent for the judge when he saw him in court last week that was needed. But new details have been coming out about this. I've been talking about this with like everybody, like literally everybody was like, did you hear about this? Did you hear about this case? So the details that have come out, and then I'm going to talk about what I am personally waiting to come out as well. So court documents reveal that Anthony told investigators, quote, that he planned on committing this act for a long time and wanted to kill someone for a long time, end quote. So you guys know how I always say people don't go from 0 to 60, right? Anytime we hear something atrocious happening, it's never just a one-off. There's whether they've done that act before and just haven't gotten caught, or there's been the warning signs and the buildup, and either people reported those things and it just nothing came of it, or a lot of times people just don't report things because or whatever.
My frere.
Oh God, what now?
What about Kohlberger?
The problem with that is we did not get to hear from him.
That's true. You're right.
Right. Had that gone to trial,
right. Yeah, we might have found out more stuff. That's true.
They didn't even. I'm still bullshit that they did not even say we're going to give you this plea deal, but tell us why you did it. Who was the target? Like, tell us something.
And are there other bodies out there?
We'll never know.
No, you're right. To your point, historically, you're right. It doesn't just start off with a one-off type of thing, but in my head, it just Kohlberger just popped in. We'll get to Guthrie here in a minute, and the reason why is because we're at that time frame where Kohlberger got busted at the same time that we're at now with Guthrie, and that's why it's in my headspace. But yeah, but like Kohlberger, I mean, you could say, well, there's one right there, one off, right, type of thing, but it was a big one. It wasn't like one person. That was a major one, It's like a solo home run compared to a grand slam home run. By the way, baseball season starts in like 2 days. Just throwing that up there.
But that could be one where you could very well be right, and I could be wrong. I mean, but let's be honest, I'm never
Yeah,
wrong.
but historically, to your point, it's not like, it's the other way. So
Yeah. So what I was thinking, and I'll go into more information that's come out about Anthony. So what I was thinking was, has he exhibited signs that has been either overlooked in school, or maybe the school has tried to do something and nothing was done? And the reason I say that is I was volunteering today at the cat shelter, and I was talking to the other volunteer I was working with, and we we're just like, Bishop Fenwick, she made the point, Bishop Fenwick is it's a good school. It is an expensive school. So I don't see how someone could fly under the radar there as much as they would in, say, a large, oversized, crowded public school. Also, my thought was, are we going to learn more? Like, did he do this before?
Okay,
Are we going to find out that he tried to get into other houses and just couldn't because either doors and windows were locked, and Janet's just happened to be one where he could gain access? But one thing that we did find out this week was one resident, and I'm probably going to mispronounce her last name, Rhonda DeParaleso, came forward, and she said that Anthony tried to break into her home prior to his arrest. Quote, I locked my doors. So I was like, he's trying to get in here. I saw his hand going on, and I'm like, no. All of a sudden, the police came and he booked it. He jumped over the fence and they were yelling at him to stop, end quote. So here's at least one other woman coming forward saying he tried to break into my home as well. Was it for the same type of reasoning that he wanted to know what it felt like to kill someone? I don't know. Psychologist Dr. Joyce Parada stated that Anthony presents depressive symptoms such as restricted affect. I don't know how to pronounce this word. I'm going to put it in the chat. Beckham, if you got it over me, feel free. Adonia? I don't know. Suicidal ideation, and that could have impacted an ability to rationally understand and make legal decisions. So Anthony is scheduled to return to court next month. But in the meantime, again, he is at Bridgewater State. So I don't know. What do you think about this, Beckham? I mean,
the thing is that like, so the thing that I was going to say is that like child psychology was a big thing like 10 years ago. It was like, ooh, if I want to be in psychology, I'm going to go in child psychology. I know there was a massive hire of, school hiring, child psychologists, counselors they're supposed to be at these schools. Some schools even have two of them, right? Mm-hmm. Like some schools have two principals or two assistant principals, right? Sometimes I think it's two, much more, sometimes two assistant principals and then one principal. But yeah, man. I mean, like that was a huge thing like 10 years ago. That was a huge career. I don't know. I don't have the feel of it now, but you were talking about where were the signs? I know that some of the school shootings, the school had sent out warnings to parents and said, hey, do we need to monitor this? And I'm pretty sure at some point communication was lost, whether it was to the home or within the school or within the respective not reform, but that organization,
or the parents
the
didn't want to
structure,
acknowledge it was a problem.
the structure within the issue, right? Like that goes along with everything. So, but yeah, there's definitely I don't know, man. I think we really need to really look as a society to reinforce and give, because sometimes kids get bullied, and I mean it can start with bullying, at a young age, and we've talked about that here before, and then it progresses into something else, and then if it's never discussed at home properly, then it can just you have some certain issues, right? Child goes through different phases of life, and then something happened. They hit 17, 18 years old, and then this happens. If you would have had the the dedication, the observation to handle it like 15 or 10 years prior to that, and then really just it could have diverted it. You would have diverted that, you know. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. There's a lot going on in these schools, and I don't have any children, so I can't speak on how that structure currently is, but I just know
Yeah,
that about
same.
10 years ago, 10, 13 years ago, child psychology was this huge thing. There was a huge push for it. And everybody, you know, young people were like, oh, I'm going to go into that. I'm going to go into that space. I'm going to go into that education. And, you know, but, you know, where has that taken us?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Brian, schooling all of us, reduced ability to experience pleasure. Thank you for defining that. Yeah, I was also not sure how to pronounce it. And I still don't know how to pronounce it.
Anhedonia?
I'm not even going to try. Thank you, hon. Thank you. So yeah, this is one again, close to me. So I will be following this. I cannot wait to hear what happens when he goes back to court next month. Personally, yeah. So we'll stay tuned for that. Let's see. Let's get to Sean Sullivan. So this made the news out of nowhere. For the dumbest reason. Legit, one of my my dance friends, she texted me and she's just like, hey, did you hear about this? And I was just, yeah, like crazy, like what an idiot. But again, stay stupid, because now this asshole is caught and like, yes. So another Massachusetts one, folks. Sean Sullivan. So he was arrested this week, charged with murder, assault and battery, and improper disposal of human remains. He's accused of killing Jill Kloppenberg and burying her body under the garage of his home in Tyngsboro, Massachusetts. And he's being held without bail. So what happened? His attorney is saying Sean accidentally killed Jill, then buried her after, quote, an extreme amount of panic, end quote. The prosecution is saying that Sean admitted during an interrogation that he removed a gun from the safe in his bedroom and showed it to Jill. He made a, quote, twitching motion, end quote. The gun went off and Jill was shot in the chest. The bullet went through her body and an exit wound was found on her back. In the meantime, Jill has been missing for over a year. And one of the reports, just a side note that I was reading, was her loved ones were searching everywhere for her and even were going door to door to people. Have you seen Jill? His house was one of the houses that her loved ones went to. Our loved one's missing. Have you seen her? Do you know where she is? So like, I can't even imagine. Like, how fucked is that, right? So in regards to how did law enforcement even tie this together? If it's been over a year, she was missing and found buried. Well, again, stay stupid, everyone. Beckham, I cannot wait to hear your comments on this. On March 10th.
Well, I've had a similar experience. But
huh?
I almost had a similar experience.
Oh,
I
dear
talked
God,
about it before. The gun, my friend there.
Oh.
But it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't gonna be like it would have been an accident. It would have been like, you know what I mean, direct.
Beckham, I love when you're like, you relate anything to you. You really will.
I'm just saying.
So on March 10th, a friend of Sean's called the police to report a possible murder. So that was 11 days ago, right? This friend told police that Sean said he shot and killed a woman named Jill in January 2025, and then he buried Jill under his garage. So he just told his friend, hey, by the way, this is what I did. Thank God that friend went right away and called the police, right? So police then searched Sean's home and noticed that part of the floor in the two-car garage had been repatched. Law enforcement began the process of digging, and they found human remains in a plastic bag. detectives learned that after Jill was shot and died, this is horrible, Sean left her in the bedroom for a day or two. He then moved her body to the garage where he dug a 3-foot by 5-foot hole and buried her. In regards to their relationship, how did they know each other, right? How were they connected? Law enforcement stated that Sean and Jill were together at the time of her disappearance. They knew each other. She had been in his home. However, the exact status of their relationship is not clear. So what I mean by that is we don't know if they were like boyfriend and girlfriend or just casually dating each other or whatnot. Like that has not been made clear to the public at last I saw. The judge has issued Sean to be held without bail, and his next court appearance is April 17th. And again, all of this came about because he told his friend, hey, I shot someone and buried them in my garage.
That's too crazy. I don't even know what to say. 3 months.
Beckham, I have nothing but love and respect for you. If you called me and said, hey, Danny, I shot someone and I buried them in the garage, I'd be like, hold on one sec and call the police.
No, I would have already called Vela. I would have been lawyered up already.
No,
but this was 3 months.
Huh?
He told somebody 3 months later.
No, this happened. The shooting was January 2025. So over a year ago, he told a friend of what he did on March 10th, 11 days ago. So like a year and a month and a half.
Oh my God, dude. What's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Is this some backwoods Massachusetts stuff or something?
Dude.
Okay, where was her people at?
They were searching for her this whole time. She was missing.
And there was no like massive, where's the FBI? There was no massive like, hey, this girl's missing.
We'll learn more about that process. I don't know yet. Like what's being reported on right now is more so like about him. Again, like we have learned that her loved ones were going door to door.
Yeah.
And that was one of the houses they knocked on and spoke to him. Yeah, he's like, I don't know.
He just sounds like something happened. Maybe she was rejecting him, and I think it was about rejection.
So you're not buying that he took out his gun to show her he made a twitching motion and the gun accidentally went off? No right or wrong answer. I think that's bullshit.
Not waiting so long to tell somebody. You would have called the police right away. It was they would have been able to see it was an accident. Well, I don't know.
Well, his attorney's arguing in a moment of panic, extreme panic. That's why he buried her.
Yeah, I don't. I think it was a post reaction to rejection. I think she might have rejected him.
I agree with K-Dog. Someone responsible enough to keep a gun in a safe wouldn't have an accident like that. Right.
Yeah.
And
right.
I'm looking forward to hearing has he been a responsible gun owner this whole time, which would make this story more unlikely.
Sure. That's right. I honestly think it was just a rejection thing and he got mad and you know how.
Yeah, Wolf's agreeing with you.
I think there are some crazy girls, just like there's some crazy girls, there's some crazy dudes, man. Can't handle rejection.
Luckily, Beckham has never had to face rejection. He's the one breaking girls' hearts left and right.
The stuff you say gets me in trouble.
And that's why I'm your friend. Because I live for the pain. I don't know. Renee, there was no mention of like that. Which
that's a good point.
Begs the question, like, how did this conversation go? Like, oh, yeah, how was your week? Yeah, how was your work day? Oh, great. Yeah, by the way, by the time I shot and killed and buried someone, like, how does the conversation progress to that? I don't know. Wolf is saying if it was an accident, the bullet could have gone lots of places, not what happened. Agreed. Yeah, I don't buy it because of his actions after. But this is just, again, we're just learning about this week. So we will see what happens. We will see.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, I'm interested to see what comes out. I honestly still think it was rejection, but
I love when I get you interested in Massachusetts cases.
Or a financial matter. But I don't know.
No, they were no.
I mean, I don't know. I'm leaning more on the rejection, but
fair. We'll see. Renee, were they playing Did You Never? Oh, the Never Have I Ever. God, that's
anything's possible.
Anything's possible, but I mean, they're old. Okay, I don't mean to say old. To me, that's like I played that in like college with like college friends.
How do you play that game?
Never Have I Ever.
A drinking game?
Yeah, have you never played it? Oh, it's a lot of fun. So okay, for those who don't know, and maybe people play it differently. So like, let's say it was me and all you guys in the chat in Beckham, right? So let's say it was my turn and I said, never have I ever, and people can make it as scandalous as you want. I'll just say something simple. Never have I ever, skipped work when I wasn't sick, like called into work sick when I wasn't sick. It'd be something like that. And the rest of you guys would respond to that by, if you've done it, all you do is take a sip of your drink. And if you haven't done that, because you're an angel, then you just sit there. And then it goes to the next person. And Beckham would say, never have I ever broken up with somebody because I'm a ladies' man and everyone wants me. So I have broken up. Like I've been the one to break up with someone. So I would take a sip of my drink.
Oh, okay.
That type of thing.
If you've done it, then you take a sip.
If you've done it, you take a sip. Yeah. And people can make it as like raunchy and scandalous as they want. Like I've been, played with people where it's like very intimate. Never have I ever. And it's like, Jesus.
Man, right, you know what would have been funny? What would have been funny is playing that game at the Playboy Mansion pool.
At that point, don't even play the game and just drink into oblivion. Because what happens in the grotto?
Yeah, that would have been funny, dude. That would have been really funny.
Hey, Sam Smith. I bet Phil Spector experienced a similar twitch.
Oh, that's that Hollywood dude that just shot that lady, right?
Lana Clarkson.
Yeah.
Or Lana Clark. Yeah.
Man, Sam Smith from out of nowhere.
Yeah. No, Sam Smith. No, you're right though. You're right. It was just the gun accidentally.
Wasn't he found guilty like a couple of years ago? It wasn't very long.
Oh yeah,
ago,
he was found guilty.
I think I saw a special on it. I think I saw a whole special on that show.
I covered that the music producer. I covered that a long time ago. Back when I did more regular covered cases. So yeah, I personally don't buy what Sean Sullivan is saying, but that's just me. We will see, and we will keep up to date on it. All right, Beckham, let's interject for a second because this Massachusetts stuff is so depressing. Beckham, is there an update on Nancy Guthrie?
The only update was that we are at the number of days that she's been missing at the same number of days as when Koberger was arrested. 49 days. Or it might have been 48 days. It might have been yesterday's date or today's. But today, I think tomorrow will be 50 days.
Jesus.
And all the professionals are now saying she's deceased. She's not alive. So let's just go ahead and let's call it what it is. Yeah, she's deceased. Or that's not, I don't know if that's official yet, Shelly, or not, but the professional, the retired people are like, she's deceased. Now,
But like the FBI has not come out, or the
so
Pima County hasn't said that.
yeah, so Sheriff Nanos, he's actually going to be there's a lead to there's an effort for his recall as the sheriff, and his only thing is that he said that, look, it's always been, my position has always been in the best interest of this county, and I work for you guys. So that's what his position is on that recall, and it looks like it might more likely be happening. I'm not sure how long and when and all that, but if it happens, we'll keep you updated. But there's been a major push for it, and the other thing is, once she's actually deemed missing officially, then after like 3 months, she can be deemed deceased or something like that, and you can start collecting, the financials and things like that. So there's been talk this week about, it'll be interesting to see how fast the family moves on that. That'll be kind of a thing to look at. That's from the outside, though. So let's just kind of that's not anything official. That's just what's been talked about. That's my opinion too, man. So because I've worked on missing people's cases. I worked on one in particular where I believe, it's been a while that I've looked into it, but this one woman that was missing, she was not deemed deceased for a long time, and she had little children at the time. But in this case, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how fast the family moves on that. And like I heard the family is preparing the house to be sold and all. And you're like, wait a minute, what if she's still alive? Wait a minute, what if she's still alive? But, but that's from the outside, nothing official on it. But I think there's a 3-month period where once she's deemed deceased, you can start to move towards that. Trusts, insurances, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Brian, are you asking if Beckham is an ex-cop? He is not. He is not. I'm not gonna be like, this is what he does for work. But no, he's not an ex-cop.
I'm at a different level.
In his mind, he thinks he is, but no, he was not.
I'm at a different level.
Jesus Christ. I will agree with that statement. You are on a different level.
Yeah, I think, but in Arizona, in that particular area, it's 3 months. You can think it's 3 months.
Interesting. At the end of the day,
there's so many people keeping track on this case, man. People are all the sleuths or whatever you want to call them. They're all on it, man. People are researching stuff, and you do have the retired professionals talking about it, from their experiences with actual missing people's cases. Now they have moved officially. Oh, I think we talked about this last week, but all the media's gone. Everybody's gone. Yeah. That was last week. Now they're moving towards, she's not missing, she's deceased.
To me, going off of what you said, I didn't know that. I mean, to be honest, this is one case where I'm Beckham, this is all you, hun. I didn't know people were wanting to recall his position. I mean,
oh yeah, there's been a major move. It's
I agree with that. Yeah. I completely agree. At the very least, he fucked up releasing that.
That's what they're saying again. Yes, but we talked about that right off the bat, man. Right off the bat, he should have been. This is what he should have done, and now we can critique it because it's all out there. So now I feel comfortable saying it, because before I was being respectful and being what he should have done and been look. What he should have done is been we're not used to having these types of cases here in this county. We only have our resources only reach so far, right? Mm-hmm. We have on top of that, we have a TV show we're doing. We want to make it look good, so I would rather hand it off to you. They should have handed. I was kind of joking with the TV show, but they should have officially handed it over to the FBI initially and said, "Bring your people, bring in whatever you have, bring all the technology, bring all the your expertise in your teams, your specialized teams that deal with science, right? And medical and all that stuff. I'm talking about DNA gathering and all that kind of stuff. That's what I'm talking about, right? No, except he was apparently an asshole about it. There was a lot of static, and a lot of the experts were not able to work to their full capacity a long time ago. So they're, you know what I mean? Like their hands were tied a lot of the times. And then he shocked everybody when he sent the sample to Florida to another independent testing facility or whatever.
That was a fuck you.
Yeah, but pretty much. He should have sent it to Quantico.
Yeah.
And what really is going to piss me, and I'm going to say it, it's going to piss me off. Now I'm getting mad. This dude's a Democrat. And if he did this because of political reasons, because of course FBI right now is under Republican structure, if he did that for his own, because of political reasons, he's a major, you know what? He's a major asshole. I'm going to say it because everybody's saying it anyway. So
I can't get over, like, every point you're making is very valid and like should be each individual point you're making is like, oh, not good, man, not good, not good. To me, I cannot get over the basic rule of releasing that crime scene, letting it be contaminated as early as they did. At the very, very least, that's the biggest fuck up that they did. Because and then you're like, oh no, our bad. Let's seal it up again. Okay, we're gonna release it. Oh no, we gotta go back. Let's seal it. This back and forth. And K-Dog, going off what K-Dog's saying, if more than one person is involved, then there's a good chance one of them will eventually slip up and say something to the wrong person. That, or if the person somehow gets caught, right, and we learn who it is, that whole crime scene was contaminated. None of that evidence is going to stick up and hold up in court because of Nanos releasing that crime scene. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Beckham, make sense of it for me, please.
I can't. No, I mean, I just told you, I mean, it's interesting because I'm trying to figure out, or I've been trying to be respectful and haven't really said anything about it because I'm in the field, but now at this point it's like what was going on? Like, was it political? What was it? It doesn't make any sense. Some people think he's involved. I mean, it's that crazy. There is some people that be like, man, it's like, you know how the Scooby-Doo cartoon where at the end they take off the thing and it's like the guy, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's who they're calling him now, basically.
So Wolf is saying a 10-year-old would know better than to release that crime scene. Yeah. Idaho 4 crime scene was the same stuff. Police tramping all in real. And then they knocked down the house. Me and Beckham did so many talks on that. And
then real quick to like the last point I want to make. I honestly think it was political, but that's my opinion. He's an asshole for that. But
I'm going with incompetent.
No, I think it was more two things. Sorry, two things.
No,
First, the FBI got a hold of his employment history record. Mm-hmm. He should have never been sheriff.
Oh,
he was disciplined so many times. He was disciplined. He was almost terminated from the El Paso Police Department. He left right at the end. And it's like, it was back in like the late 80s, early 90s, more paper trail. And it was like, no, I don't want to worry about it. He kept his job, basically. Had it been modern time, he wouldn't have been a cop anymore.
Right.
He would have lost his license, all that. So he should have never even been sheriff, first of all. He didn't have technically the qualifications for it. The FBI has unsealed or got a hold of his employment record, and I've heard some other stories about him doing some things as a sheriff and kind of stuff like that. The recall that kind of led to the recall. I think more of his record. I think somebody called in a favor for the recall and got, hey, we're gonna get it. Let's get it. We need to see his history, his work history, and I think that might have been led to the release of that. So, and then lastly, based on some people who have connections to current law enforcement at a higher level, they have zero. This is what's been talked about the last few days. Zero leads, zero suspects, nobody.
I believe that.
And that's really sad.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And the only little shred of thing that unless they're keeping it super tight and they're not even involved, the FBI is like, we're not even gonna let the sheriff's department even know anything. I don't know how that's gonna work, but it's just to see it once they deem her deceased, no longer missing, how quickly the family moves on her stuff. I don't know. That's another. Always follow the money, Danny.
100%. 100%. Beckham, you brought up an excellent point for something that I was kind of thinking, but it wasn't to the forefront of my mind. Because I'm going to relate it to the Karen Reed trial in regards to Trooper Proctor, right? One of the things, and so many other law enforcement officers that handle that, one of the things we talked about was the way they, regardless if you think Karen Reed's innocent or guilty or whatnot, or if she did it or not, putting that aside, the way law enforcement handled the evidence in the crime scene, so on and so forth, not good, like horrific. So, Beckham, we always talked about on our shows, was this a one-off where they just really fucked it up, which could tie to a cover-up and, whatnot, or did they handle all of their cases that way? And if that case, you're really incompetent at your job. And in the end, we learned with Trooper Proctor, and he went on camera saying, I handled this case the way every single I do. Yeah. Bringing this to the Nancy Guthrie case, when you're saying they looked at his record and, his background, and are they seeing that, he had
a lot of disciplinary
history in his career?
A lot of disciplinary issues.
And there it is.
Yeah. So it was almost like this person's, you would think that like a chief of police of a major department, that their education is top tier. You've gone through the ranks. You have an exemplary record, right? All that, everything, just like you would expect it. The expectations there, right? That is a complete on the opposite end of the spectrum for this dude, this guy.
I legit will never forget. Picture it. I'm at work and my phone blows up and it's Beckham. Granted, that's every single day of the week, but on this particular day, it's Beckham and he's freaking out. And he's like, there's a pizza delivery person that got through and is on the porch. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. Well, and everybody had access.
No, Danny, it's on the news.
But it was only like 2 weeks. It was like 2. That was so long ago.
It was so early on.
Yeah.
But how critical was that? That are you?
The blood was still on the ground. I think the blood was still there on the ground.
Again, I can't
Now, okay, so people are even saying now, was that even real blood or was it fake blood? Was it a staged crime scene? This has gone so bad that people are even questioning the crime scene.
As they should.
It was staged. Maybe that's why the DNA didn't come up. It was fake. I don't know. I'm just saying people are questioning the crime scene. I'm sorry. Yeah, people are actually questioning if it was even a real. I'm talking about not what happened to her, but like outside the door and all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. So, I know the FBI. I think this week or so, last couple of weeks, have been questioned about like 2 different dates in January that there's video of some create put potential burglar walking around or something, but doesn't lead to nothing. You do have a couple of homes being built, and now they're like looking at the construction crew. Dude, you can't be like, that's almost like profiling in a sense, like, like.
No, I would say that's fair. Like, who would
I get it's fair, but I mean, like,
I actually think I hear what you're saying, but I think that's smart because there's, construction workers in the area. Could they have had some type of access to see her comings and goings, to see a routine or to see a schedule where it's like, oh, this could be an easy break-in or something to that effect? Because we've seen that. That,
dude, if
to
I
me,
lived
would make
there
sense.
or near there, I wouldn't like if I would really want to know what the hell happened, because then I would be like gunning up, cameraing up, security. I would pay like extra money to have a security person drive around at night. But now I have some of the YouTubers that were there before, right? Everybody's gone now. Some of them went back and drove around at like 11 o'clock at night just to go see what it looked. It's dark out there, man. It is super dark, kind of like Cielo is it. Like Cielo is super dark at night, and it would have been even more darker in the 60s. But anyway, that's a whole thing. But yeah, it's like it was completely dark. You could not see. You wouldn't have been able to see nobody anywhere. You would have needed night vision, like to move.
Good thing you own that, Beckham.
To move around, because like you wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, it's so out there that not even like the porch lights or none of it was super dark when those YouTubers drove around.
And that's valuable information.
Super dark.
Wolf had a question earlier. I didn't forget it, Wolf. Beckham, did someone phone message the Guthrie son-in-law and daughter's personal phones asking for Bitcoin that ties them to this?
I couldn't. I haven't really heard anything about that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for answering that.
A lot of people, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just crazy. A lot of people have different theories, and some people have some really good theories, and people just have the out there theories. But it's unfortunate, man. I don't think she's on this earth anymore.
It's sad. It's just sad that the family can't get answers, and all that in itself is tragic, but also because of the way that the investigation was handled is preventing them from, in my opinion, getting possible answers. And then if we do get some down the road, preventing.
How would you feel if it was your relative? I'm not gonna say your grandmother, but say your relative, and
I'd be bullshit.
And you knew that the case was not handled correctly, like it should have been, that kind of thing. Would you take it real personal?
I would think it'd be personal. I would raise hell, and I would seek their jobs to get them fired.
Like the recall?
Yeah. If it was that.
Well, I don't know. The family's not doing the recall. I don't know who's leading the recall. Somebody else is doing it.
Yeah,
and I think, like I said, some strings were pulled, and his work history has been outed. He's pretty old. He's like 70, 69, 70. He's a pretty old sheriff. Like, and he barely won the election.
I mean,
but I would bet
those 2 points.
I would bet $20 that he mishandled it because of political reasons.
I disagree only because
it was all there for him to just give it up.
If he had a stellar career and he knew it, he handled every other case to a T.
It was there to hand it over to the FBI.
Oh, if you're right, I will fully admit if that comes out.
Well, I don't think it's ever going to come out, but I just think it was. I don't think he wanted to do. He did not want to work with the FBI after the restructuring of the FBI in the last year.
Well, I agree with you that he did not want to work with the FBI. I agree with you on that. Again, if there's any update on this case, me and Beckham will let you know. But yeah, not a lot going on.
No, man, they don't have anything. They don't have nothing. They didn't get nothing from the genealogy. They didn't get nothing from DNA. That's what I've been told, that they have no leads that they
Sad.
can prove, that you can be able to like, oh, we're going to go arrest this person. And no suspects, nothing to say, hey, we're going to go arrest this person and then go, bring him in for questioning, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Now, and then that kid that they arrested falsely, that kid's going to sue I think they're going to sue him just because he was a Uber delivery guy or the food delivery. What's the one that you can get, Uber Eats or something?
Yeah. Uber
That's
Eats,
the
DoorDash,
only
all that
reason.
stuff.
DoorDash. That's the only reason they arrested this kid, dude. I don't know if he's a kid. He's in I think in late 20s or something. But
He got a lot
they
of press.
arrested. They got him, his cell phone, his wife. They grabbed the mother-in-law's phone. They grabbed everybody, dude. I would have been pissed off.
They
grabbed all their phones for like 8 hours. They were going through their phones without that was wild.
Without what proper warrants?
I don't know if they did or not. They might have, but that was pretty. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, as soon as that guy was released, he went public and he talked about it.
Yeah, I think he's suing him. I think.
Not surprised. Oh boy. All right, let's go on to there's two Massachusetts ones.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. So, all right, let's go with this one. Judy Church. So, Salisbury, Massachusetts, Judy Church's trial has begun. She is 67 years old, Judy, and she's accused and charged with first-degree murder in the poisoning of her boyfriend, Leroy Fowler, deliberately with ethanol glycol because she was jealous of his ongoing relationship with another one. This happened, the poisoning of the ethanol glycol, in November 2022. Judy's defense attorneys said there was no murder. Judy is being set up by Leroy's family because they don't like her. Prosecutors, however, are saying on the morning of November 11th, Leroy's birthday, Judy deliberately poisoned his Powerade drink. The flavor Powerade that he had was fruit punch. So by poisoning that flavor with the sweet flavor of the ethanol glycol, it would have been such a sweet taste that it would have been not as easily detectable by the person drinking it, which in this case is Leroy. The thing is, Judy videotaped Leroy for about 30 minutes before she called 911 as he, quote, thrashed, end quote, around the bedroom because of the poisoning. Again, she filmed him for 30 minutes before calling 911. When she finally did call 911, she told the operator that Leroy, quote, must have ingested something, end quote. Judy's defense attorneys responded by telling the jury that Leroy was on Percocet, and he was known to have taken that. So maybe this was what he had a reaction to, and that maybe he was in fact not poisoned at all, type of thing. In regards to his relationship with another woman, both the defense and the prosecution agree Leroy was in fact dating another woman. Her name was Barbara, and both women knew about each other, Judy and Barbara. Jurors got to see photos also of a voodoo doll that Judy had. And that voodoo doll was, guess who? Barbara. So, again, the trial started this week. The children of Leroy Fowler, I believe his son took the stand and is testifying in regards to his relationship with his father on account of the state. So this will be a very interesting one. Right away, when I'm just like a 67-year-old woman, and the filming of him as he was clearly dying of being poisoned, it kind of brought me back, and I'm so not happy, and I'm apologizing in advance for re-traumatizing all of you, but if I have to suffer, so do you. Sarah Boone, This reminds me of Sarah Boone in the sense of the filming of somebody clearly dying and not doing anything. And again, how damning is that? Like, I don't understand how, and granted, the defense will have their time to put on any witnesses or even possibly put Judy on the stand if they wish, right? How they're going to explain that video. Because it's easy, you know, she could have stumbled upon him and said, oh, I was out and I came back and this happened, so on and so forth. You filmed him for 30 minutes. You filmed him. It's not good. Not good. So again, this trial started this week. I'm looking forward to hearing what kind of unfolds more this week once they kind of get into like a lot more of the nitty gritty of this case. So if this is one that you guys will be following, let me know, because it's very, very interesting. And
no Chad Daybell.
No Chad Daybell. Hey, Eric. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Long time no chat. Hope things are going awesome. I'll be right front. What? So yeah, that is that on Judy. What are you thinking of this, Beckham? Any comments?
Guilty.
I look forward to see how the defense is going to try to wiggle out of that video. Like, I stay stupid, everyone. Make it easy for law enforcement to do their job and to, like, again, is this another example?
Danny After Dark, Massachusetts episode.
God. Like, I don't want to ever tell people this is what you should do.
This is what we need to do. Obama did. This is what we need to do.
But, like, I can't get over the amount of people that think, like, everybody else gets caught doing X, Y, and Z. I'm going to be the one that doesn't get caught. I'm going to film him dying on my phone for 30 minutes, keep it on my phone, but I'm not going to get caught. Like, what? I don't know.
Trooper Proctor knows a lot about that. The other word, the other sense.
Oh God.
The other instead of video, it's all in text messaging.
Oh, when his
hey bro, did you see the top on that one?
Lawyers dumped him because of the stuff on his phone. Oh my God.
Hey bro, did you see the top on that one?
This is the only case I ever did that.
Not on his personal phone, on his police phone.
But again, somebody who works in law enforcement should know better. This is the only case I've ever sent those types of messages in. Really?
Because, on his work phone. Hey, are we meeting for a happy hour? And then I'll remind me to that I have to go move the cars back. on his work phone, or maybe not.
Moving the cars was Higgins.
I know, but still, I think they're.
I know, it's just
after a night of drinking. Hey, remind me to make sure I move the cars back. I'm gonna drive drunk.
Right, Shelly? You would think.
Oh God, don't get Shelly started on police. Great, Danny. Oh.
Beckham, it's not my fault that shit is happening in Massachusetts and Shelly's taking an interest. You cannot blame me for this. All right. One more case and then we'll get to the last one.
Hey guys, let's chase some tail, drink a 12-24 pack, and let me go and remind me I need to go move the cars back.
He said he was going to move all the cars, and what? He shifted one.
All on work phone.
He shifted one, moved stuff from a bag into another one. Like, oh my God.
And he drove drunk.
Mm-hmm.
That was after a night of drinking like 12 drinks. Oh, I felt fine. Okay. The only reason you were driving slow is because of the snow and the ice on the road. God, dude. Anyway, sorry, I was just throwing that.
And for those who are not in this area for the St. Patrick's Day parade, Beckham, who was working the St. Patrick's Day parade as detail?
Oh God, what was his name? The boss, big boss hog guy. Not the boss hog guy. Bukaki.
Yuri Buchanan was working detail
He-
in the parade.
Somebody was like, "Well, all police." Who said that? Who said? Well, all police probably work. I'm like, not if you're the boss, you don't.
Oh, the Liz.
Yeah, Liz was like, "Oh, don't they all work?" I'm like, not if you're the supervisor.
I know what the St. Patrick's Day parade in
Maybe, but I don't
Southie in
think he
Boston
will.
is huge. So there's
Yeah,
a
maybe.
lot.
Maybe.
But remember, he got demoted.
That's why. That was my point. He got demoted.
Yeah.
Had he not been demoted, I don't think he would have worked. He would have probably been in the party, at the party.
He would have been at the waterfall.
Right?
I mean, let's be honest.
All
Right.
Hey, we should. Is it far there?
Canton?
We should go have a drink at that place.
You want to go to the waterfall in Canton?
Yeah, that would be funny to go visit the waterfall.
It's out of the way from everything when you come visit.
Never mind.
But, I mean,
it was joke. I was joking. It was more of a joke.
we can make it. All right. So for people that don't
Kelly,
know,
you want to go to the waterfall and get a drink?
for people that don't know or travel with me, so like I am a very like, and Paul, when we did, our LA trip with him, he can attest to, I am like the queen, or Shelly, you came too. I am the queen of like, hey, we're going to be here 3 days. We need to, or whatever. We're going to pack in as much as we can. I'm the one that is like, boom, 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 boom. Here's what we're doing when. Be ready. Like, boom, 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 boom. That's me. So with that being said, Beckham, you come in October, and if you want to make the Canton trip, we will make the Canton trip work. I will work it in.
So are we going to do the Higgins special? Order Irish nachos, text somebody some really bad texting, and then order a couple drinks.
I mean,
I'm not sure what they ordered for food. They probably didn't order any food. They probably just straight up drank the whole time and left. They might not even pay the bill. They might have been like, put it on my credit.
Oh, I'm
They put it on our credit. We're like the Higgins and what was the other guy's
McCabe.
name? We're the McCabes and the Higgins. We don't pay. We pay our tabs.
Oh, and Alberts, the Alberts.
And the Alberts. Yeah, we have tabs at the whatever place.
I would like to do a one-off show where it's just Beckham led, and it is picking apart Higgins' game with women, and Beckham just analyzing it, being like, "No,
No, I would
this
never
is
do
not how
that.
you pick up women." Here, that I would just love for you to, yeah.
Remember how we did a show on that? Didn't you go through the text messaging?
Yeah, but it was part of like other.
It was part of the testimony. It was part of it was part of the testimony or whatever.
Yeah, look at Brian here. Higgins is a lot of fun.
He says it. It's true. He is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Brian and everybody else, I cannot tell you the amount of rage messages I got from Beckham in regards to like Higgins' lack of game with women. It was like Beckham he couldn't take it. It was too much for him to handle, and he was so mad.
Dude, I cannot.
It was
I should scroll back. It was just an embarrassment. It was by all those 3 or 4 people. It was a complete embarrassment to law enforcement.
Didn't he call her dude?
Yes. Oh, we're talking about Higgins? Yeah.
Or bro. It was one of the
No,
two.
it wasn't. I don't think he called her bro, but he called her dude.
But it was one of those types of acknowledgments where it's like, oh, if you're trying to sleep
was like
with her, don't do
literally
that.
setting it up, like saying, I want to come over. I'm literally just gonna get my keys and get in the car, and I don't know what he was saying. I don't remember, dude.
K-Dog is right. It would be a 9:00 show that would start at 9:30. No, I don't know. If Beckham was leading it, I think he'd be on time. Weed whacker. Oh God, my mind's going back to like a place.
Hey, I would literally be like, if we go, I'd call the bartender and be like, hey, is there a Brian Higgins special? Would you die?
I would be embarrassed. I don't get embarrassed.
Don't get Shelly to do it. She'll do it in front of the whole damn bar.
I know.
She don't care.
Please don't. It takes a lot for me to get embarrassed.
Well,
that would be one of the things that would.
I know, but it wouldn't be like the cold one from the cold one.
A cold Sammy Adams across the street from.
Yeah, that one's funny though. That one's normal. That one's like a.
Oh, I love that photo of you. Do it like you look all like
But like this one would be kind of like, hey, do you remember that? Do you remember the? Okay, you know what I would do? Do you remember the movie The Hangover?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember when that crazy dude, the little short chubby dude, when they go to Caesar's to check in, he goes up to the girl at the counter. He's like, "Did the real Caesar live here?" And he's like, where are the payphones? He's asking for the payphones because he's got his beeper. And he's like, I'm expecting the return. Do you remember that scene?
Mm.
That's how I would.
Where's Karen Diamond? You're laughing.
Hey, I would be like, do you guys have the Brian Higgins special?
And all of a sudden, you just hear the screeching tires.
Oh my God, that would be so funny. Oh my God, that was funny.
Oh boy, reminisce. Oh, the good
hey,
old
does the
days.
real Caesar live here? Or did the real Caesar live here? I didn't think
Beckham,
so.
Where is CrimeCon this year?
Hey, she didn't the girl behind the counter didn't even like acknowledge it. And he's like, I didn't think so. He said so like confident. Like, I didn't think so. Dude, I almost want to go back and see The Hangover all over again.
Well, Vegas again.
Oh
CrimeCon
man,
is at Caesars this year, so
and it's at Caesars. It's the whole. Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good times. All right. Two more cases, folks. Mackenzie Shirilla. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. So she was back in the news this week, but let me give you guys a quick little update because we've never talked about her on the show. And to be perfectly honest, I wasn't like really following it in regards to like the day-to-day of when her trial occurred. I remember seeing like the headlines and like, oh, here's what happened. And I was like, oh, okay. Just kind of casually observing what happened with this. So just to give you guys the brief in a nutshell of what happened and then why we're talking about it this week. So Mackenzie was found guilty in a 2023 bench trial of the killing of her boyfriend, Dominic Russo, and their friend Davion Flanagan in a car crash. Specifically what happened, Mackenzie, who was 17 at the time of the car crash, was criminally tried as an adult. The charges she was found guilty on was 4 counts of murder, 4 counts of felonious assault, 2 counts of aggravated vehicular homicide. She was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. In regards to why she's in the news now, and this is like crazy. The 8th District Court of Appeals has upheld a previous ruling that denied Mackenzie's request for a new trial. Here's why. They state that her legal team waited too long to file its supplemental post-conviction relief petition. Mackenzie's lawyers made the PCR request, again, post-conviction relief petition, request on October 24th, 2024. They did it one day after the deadline.
Wow.
That was mandated by Ohio law. Quote, Shirilla's post-conviction relief petition was filed on the 366th day following the filing of her trial transcript. Accordingly, we find that the trial court correctly determined it was without jurisdiction to consider the petition, end quote. Imagine that her lawyers waited too long by a day to submit it.
Wow. What was the original like? So she was driving?
So yes, she was found guilty of that car crash.
But
that happened where her boyfriend who was in the car and their friend died as a result.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Renee. They tried to argue it was a leap year. We should have been given another
Oh,
day.
okay.
But
Oh, that she intentionally crashed the car, and it was premeditated.
Kat, oh my
Wow.
gosh, Kat. Well, Kat, hi, welcome. Thank you for jumping in. This happened in my hometown. Yes, her mom's entitled crazy. Kat. She and her mother are a disaster. Renee, absolutely. It's Renee. Oh my god, I followed this one. How okay. Hypothetically, this whole it was a leap year, so we should have been given another day. But the thing is, you just can't say that. If you're given something that says the deadline is October 23rd, 2024, then you do it by October 23rd, 2024. You don't take it upon yourself to be like, we're going to do it late and then try to be like, it was like, as her attorneys who did this, are you kidding me? Don't get me wrong. I am glad she is behind bars. What happened is horrific, and she should not be out.
Wow. Well, she was on like mushrooms and some other drugs.
She slammed into a building greater than 100 miles an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
The
Dude.
fact that she survived.
That's great. Yeah, because they all three were unconscious. Well, the other two were deceased, but they were all unconscious, and her foot, when police got to them, or when first responders arrived, her foot was still pressing against the accelerator pedal. Wow.
Yeah, sorry, folks. I didn't go into like a ton of the background. Now I just kind of threw the basics, but yeah, thank you, Beckham, for listen to the prison phone calls. Yeah, thank you, Renee. And Kat, any like insight that you have from your area in regards to like what and you don't have to share anything. By
we can. I mean, we can.
I'm just curious. You know that I get fascinated by like how communities react to cases that happen in their area. So I'm very curious to see like what your take is, like if your community saying what happened was fair, or this is like anything. All right, I watched the trial. I don't know them. I haven't lived there since I was a kid. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, there's a documentary called Hell on Wheels on YouTube, and Court TV also made talked about it on their platform. A true crime series, Killer Cases, analyzed the case in season 4, episode 12 of the series, posted on Channel 4 and Apple TV. Wow, dude! There was actually a lot of aftermath on this, but I don't know if she like. I mean, she was just on drugs.
Renee feels different. Well, I mean, yes. I mean, drugs were involved. Entitled little brat. I mean, it's just like crazy. When I read that, her lawyers.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on.
Crazy.
She went and family found a pic of Russo. The friend claimed to have seen. They saw her screaming, "I'm going to wreck this car now." They might have had a fight or something. Okay. A relationship or something. Oh, okay. It might have been a relationship issue. Sorry, I was just trying to read why.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, it might have been like a relationship, argument. Of course, everybody was under the influence of stuff, and she did what she said she was going to do. Somebody quoted her saying she's going to wreck this car right now. Maybe they were trying to stop her in the car. I'm not sure. Sad though.
Yeah, Renee's saying they always fought.
Oh, okay. There you go. So it was a relationship issue.
Area. Okay. She's video. I think
there's a video, or there might be a video or audio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of her. Yeah. So it was a relationship issue. That's why. There was a bunch of charges too, man. Like, holy crap! I was like,
yeah, I hate the 15
12 felony charges. She was convicted of 12 felony charges and sentenced to life in prison with possibility after 15 years.
Yeah.
And they got her with also distribution of drugs. They threw that one in there.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I'm not advocating for her. Like, I do not want this girl released ever for what happened.
No, it was premeditated. Okay, the whole thing was it was premeditated. That was the finding.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what the judge.
Right. Okay.
Victor
I'm just sorry. I was just trying to read up on it real quick.
No. Do not apologize. No, absolutely. I love when you take an interest in a case. One of the boys was her boyfriend. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
His name was Dominic Russo, and then the friend was Davian.
It was all on her. All on her. She went crazy. She had a crazy episode.
She needs to stay in prison. Absolutely. I just can't get over this. I hate to say
they got her around. They threw in a truck. They threw in a drug trafficking charge in there with one of those felonies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was convicted of a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it was 12 of them. 12 felony counts. 12. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
15 years, man. Was that minimum?
Minimum. Well, eligible for parole after
right, 15. Well, with good behavior, knock that down to maybe 11, 10. I don't know.
Yeah. Nowadays, nothing surprises me on that end. That's a whole other conversation.
You might serve anywhere from 8 to 10.
Renee, it happened at night and no one found them until daylight.
Well, it says that the first responders when they showed up, her foot was still on the pedal, man. It was still pushing. I don't know. That's what it says. It didn't say the time. It just says first responders.
There are no words for what she did.
I'm surprised the car didn't explode.
I'm shocked she's alive. With the type of accident that happened, I am shocked.
I mean, I'm just saying the gas didn't, the gas tank didn't leak and explode, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, good point, Beckham. Absolutely. So yeah, I think the judges.
I mean, she'll have a lie, which is sad because she'll serve let's just say she serves 10 years. She's 18, or maybe a little older now.
She was 17 at the time, and it happened in 2023.
And so she's 20, so she serves 10. Yeah, she'll have her whole life ahead of her. I don't know. This is one of those tricky cases. Remember, I'm telling you, there's different people feel different out there. There's people that she should get the death penalty, probably. Mm-hmm. There's people that think she should serve her sentence. There's people that say she could rehabilitate to better herself, serve less time. And so there's just a spectrum of people that believe in different things. So I don't, she took 2 lives, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Kat. Yeah, she was injured. I'm just
of course she was injured. Yeah,
killed herself as well in this. The accident.
I'm just surprised the car didn't blow up. To be honest with you, you see cars on the freeways that hit a pole or a tree and they blow up.
Yeah,
this one straight up.
Yeah,
this one hit a straight up wall at 100 miles an hour or over that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, she did not walk away unscathed. I don't want that to, if that's what I'm projecting out there, that is not the case by any means. She was.
I mean, to Renee's point, she took two lives. Not just she took 2 lives. If she gets out, like I said, even at 15, say she serves at 15, she's gonna be mid-30s. She still has a second whole life ahead of her.
Yeah, which is hard. But let's say if she does stay in prison the rest of her life and never gets to be free outside of jail walls, that's still a life she's living. Might not be the best one, but that's still a life she's living.
These days, man, they get all kinds of privileges in prison. They get to go through school, they get internet, they get food, they get this, they get that. It's just whatever.
Oh, that you are right, and that's a whole nother conversation. But
I'm surprised they don't have their own laptops in prison.
Who had an iPad? Who did?
Or iPad or something, dude. I know they have cell phones, but they might not have the newest iPhone. But prisoners have iPhones.
Who was recent that we talked about who had an iPad and was it Koberger?
I don't know. It might not have been me. Might have been somebody else.
No, it was like a high profile person, and they had an iPad that they got to communicate with people with, and it's like, wait, what? Renee's just adding, she doesn't get it. She thinks she's too hot to be well, shit. Well, in that case, I mean, then release her. I mean, if she's doing
Wade Wilson, and not the ex quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings.
Wade Wilson. Yeah.
Remember when I showed you the picture? I sent you a picture of the guy, for the football player.
Mm-hmm.
This is the other Wade Wilson.
The other Wade Wilson. Yeah. Man, this is people should be outraged about this case. The Deadpool killer. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to lie, Renee. He is on my list for when I am doing my presentation, my show at Beyond the Crime in a few weeks. I'm doing it on hybristophilia. And then the new research that happened in 2025 studying it, which is, oh my God, so cool. So cool. But yeah, I have a list of kind of old school killers that people are like, oh my God, they're so attractive and this and that. And then a list of newer criminals because it still happens. And he's on the list because, yeah, women are crazy about him, which blows my mind. But yeah.
Renee, any chance you get to New Mexico for the mini crime con?
The mini crime con. Renee is too busy. And you haven't said anything in the chat earlier, Renee, but I did think of you when Clifford Crawford. Oh my God, that was so Boston. Clifford Crawford said very early in the chat. I'm scrolling to find it. He was like, "Oh, it's sunny and in the 80s here, or 85 degrees."
Oh, Clifford, yeah, New Mexico.
Yeah, there it is.
85
in Albuquerque.
85 degrees. Yeah.
I'm like, ugh, gross. Rub it in, No. So Renee's too busy enjoying the California weather, and I say that very jealous, very jealous. All right, last case of the night, and this is a Boston one, you guys. Thank you. You could have said, Danny, no, don't worry, it's fine. It's horrible here today. Oh my God, the weather's so bad. No, you didn't. If she's really hot, I say we give her another chance. Sam Smith.
Who said that?
Sam Smith.
Oh, Jesus.
Of course he did.
I don't know. She believes she is.
Beckham thought Casey Anthony was a model. So.
Oh my God. It's because Yahoo put her on the front page of their website in 2008. And I opened up Yahoo and I'm like, ooh, I thought it was some model or movie person or something.
All right, folks. Last case of the night.
Doing the lawyer stuff on TikTok.
She's on TikTok now. Fuck my life. Giving law advice. Yeah, an advocate for children. Yeah.
That's it.
I'm gonna get angry and we're gonna get off topic, and we can't have that. Okay. This is bad. You guys, this is bad, bad, bad. Nicholas O'Malley. He is a 33-year-old Boston police officer. He has been charged with manslaughter. Beckham, I sent you this article. Did you by chance read it?
You did? When?
When it happens. Okay, that's a no. All right.
I'm like, no, I don't. Dude, you don't ever send me anything.
That is bullshit. I sent it in the group chat.
Oh, then no.
Okay. So authorities are saying that Nicholas, the 33-year-old Boston police officer, shot and killed 39-year-old Stevenson King, a suspected carjacker, last week in Roxbury, Massachusetts. The thing is, you guys, there's body cam footage, body cam footage. Nicholas, before he fired his weapon, allegedly said to Stevenson, "Bro, I'm going to fucking shoot you." Nicholas was arrested on Thursday. Thursday. When did I do my notes? I did them early. Thursday or Friday. He pled not guilty. So let's get into what happened exactly, right? Boston police officers responded to a reported carjacking around 9:45 p.m. on March 11th. They later tracked down a vehicle that matched that description. Nicholas and another police officer spotted the vehicle, drew their firearms, and yelled commands to Stevenson King. Stevenson allegedly showed police officers his hands, quote, at times, end quote, and partially opened his window. That's when Nicholas yelled at Stevenson, quote, bro, I'm going to fucking shoot you, end quote. Nicholas reached for his gun, although he had the option to reach for his taser. Next, Stevenson put the car in reverse and backed into the cruiser behind him, drove forward, reversed, and then pulled forward again. That is when Nicholas drew his gun again and fired 3 shots at Stevenson through the driver's window. So let's break this down a little bit.
Wow, this is a tricky one.
So and keep in mind, as I'm going through all of this, there is body cam police footage. So the assistant DA stated, quote, it appears that all 3 bullets struck Mr. King and 2 of them were found lodged in his body, causing his death, end quote. Stevenson King was unarmed and he had no weapons inside the car. Nicholas, again, Boston police officer, told investigators that he fired his gun because he believed the reversing vehicle was going to crush the other police officer that he was with. Stevenson, quote, tried to run us over, end quote. The body cam footage, however, showed that neither police officer was in danger of being hit by Stevenson's vehicle. Not only was the other police officer almost directly across from Nicholas at the time, quote, was in greater danger of being struck by those bullets than he ever was being struck by that car, end quote. The footage shows that Stevenson was, quote, maneuvering and clearly trying to drive away rather than run anybody over, end quote. A big point of why Nicholas is arrested is because the use of deadly force was not warranted. So Suffolk DA Kevin Hayden said to reporters, quote, what we have here is the unlawful killing of another. The evidence, as revealed to us through the investigation, is clear. And so we were left with the decision to charge manslaughter in this matter, end quote. The judge did release Nicholas on personal recognizance and ordered him to surrender any firearms that he had. And as of Friday morning, it wasn't clear yet if Nicholas remained on active police duty. Commissioner Michael Cox made a statement that today is, quote, a difficult day, end quote, for the city of Boston and police. Nicholas's attorneys is adamant that Nicholas stands by his actions. And his attorney also said, prosecutors, quote, can say whatever they want about my client being able to see where his partner was because his body-worn camera could see it. But that body-worn camera does not have human adrenaline. That body-worn camera is not worried about not seeing somebody's hands. That body-worn camera isn't worried about going home safe at night, end quote. Okay. I just threw a lot at you guys. So there's multiple layers to this. Beckham, in the chat, what do you guys think?
I don't have very much to say because, I mean, like I said, sometimes as a police officer, I'm not going to talk about situations like that.
Okay.
Sometimes they feel threatened, man. I don't know. I would let the courts decide on this one. They told him to do whatever they commanded him to do, and I'm not sure how it's going to go.
The fact that there is police body cam footage is very big in this case because it shows a lot. So it's not just like I hate to say he said, because ultimately Stevenson King is dead as a result of what happened here. But now we're not just going off of reports of, memory recall. We're going by what we can actually see. And in regards to the comment that the defense attorney made about the body worn camera footage does not have human adrenaline. It's not worried about X, Y, and Z. I don't like that being said, because is it true? Yeah, I get what you're saying, but
Dude, I'm
that's
telling
why
you.
law enforcement is trained.
Yeah, nope. Unless you've worn the badge and you've been in those situations, you could have an opinion. Otherwise, I would not
Fair.
stay away from that. Nope.
That is fair. I will give you that. That I have never been in that position. I am not trained.
There's a lot of situations, man, where it goes the other way, and y'all, unless you've done the job, you don't know. And it ain't the movies.
I can't get over the.
I'm just gonna say, let it play out.
Let it play out. I mean, it's gonna play out. But Nicholas yelling, and it's on video, bro. I'm gonna fucking shoot you.
He gave him warning, after warning. How many warnings did they give him?
But again,
did he put the car in reverse? The moving car is a weapon, whether you're behind it or not. What if there was a kid walking behind the car?
It's the use of deadly force when it's not warranted. And Nicholas saying, I did it because he was going to hit my officer, when in reality the footage shows otherwise. In that, actually, your officer was in greater risk of being shot by your bullets than that vehicle. There's
a similar situation that happened the other day where 5 police officers unloaded on a dude in a car, and they warned him 10 times, put your hands out of the car and get out. He did not. And he went for something. He had a gun. He went for it, and they unloaded on him. And they're all, and I think this was actually California. And they unloaded on that dude. And actually, and one of the police officers that was actually shooting the car almost got in the path of the other police officer shooting at the car. And like I said, you can train all you want. You can say you're this or that until you're in that moment. They gave the one I'm talking about, they told him repeatedly, get out of the car, put your hands out. We need to see your hands. And there's plenty of videos out there where they don't comply and they reach for guns. All I'm gonna say is let it play out. And they're gonna go through the whole, there's always an investigation. When there's a police shooting, there's always internal affairs or whatever, their internal people. They're always put on suspension, paid suspension, to make sure that the police officer goes to a psych person and all that. And, and then there's procedurals, there's policy and procedure that happens, and they go through it. And then, if it's deemed that that excess force was used, then they'll find that.
I just want to a couple things. Thank you for going over that. So Brian saying cops spokesman says it was political. YouTube has a video of Stephen King being arrested 2 years ago. He fell asleep in a stairwell. I have not seen that, but thank you for letting us know, Brian. Renee agrees. Policies to not shoot the driver. So Brian, thank you for saying that. I just want to give so on justice.gov, the manual, I'm just going to read the sentence about what deadly force. And I'm not arguing with anybody, just reading what is the definition. Law enforcement and correctional officers of the Department of Justice may use deadly force only when necessary. That is, when the officer has reasonable belief that the subject of such force poses an imminent danger of death or serious physical injury to the officer or to another person. There are then a whole list of examples, but that's the gist. So, either way, as Beckham said, like, I mean, this is going to play out in the courts. It's just, regardless of, I think, what side you're on with this, there's a lot going on in Massachusetts right now, and it has been for a while. I just feel like it's getting worse and worse and worse, where law enforcement is just, there are so many good law enforcement officers. There really, really are in this state that do the right thing every single day, day in and day out. And it's unfortunate that we have tainted, it's like the pool has been tainted by several officers who are just in it for the wrong reasons or do the wrong things. And it makes everybody kind of question all law enforcement officers in Massachusetts. Do you get what I'm saying with that, Beckham?
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, I'm just saying, like, let it. I'm gonna, let it. They'll figure it out. If it's like I said, there's always an every law enforcement shooting, there's always an investigation all the time.
Yeah,
it's internal all the time.
Yep.
And if it's federal, FBI gets involved. They're the ones that do it. Local police have their internal affairs people, whatever. That could be different name. They could go through a different name or whatever. But yeah, there's always an internal investigation for every single shooting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we will see what happens with this one. Yeah, it was one of those things where I think.
Yeah, like it was Boston. Was it a Boston one?
Yeah, Boston police.
I get that y'all don't have right now like the best thing and all that, but when that comes to those police ones, man, I just let it. I'm like, people will ask me, and I'm like, I don't know, wasn't there. There's policy and procedure. There's an investigation that happens, and then you let it go through its channel.
Fair, very, very fair. I give you that for sure. Yeah, this was one of those ones, Beckham, and and for everybody in the chat watching, that it's like, the week happens. There was like all these cases in Massachusetts. I'm like, oh, add this to the doc for Friday or Saturday show. Add this to the doc. Add this. So it was like all this shit, and I was like, oh my god, Boston, like Massachusetts, what is going on this week? And then this hit the news too, and I was like, oh my god.
Now I want to know what's going to keep it. What's going to be the other one, where the one I'm talking about. It was quick because they. Like I said, that person reached for something in the car. I think he probably had a gun. But all 5 officers unloaded. Like they unloaded on the dude.
Where was that?
I think it was California.
California.
I mean, they went to town. Like unloaded. Like a lot. You can see it. And so much that with one of the girls that was shooting at the car, she for some reason decided to walk on around the car as she's shooting, and she almost could have got hit from the other police officer on the other side shooting toward into the car.
Jesus.
They were like, girl, they were like, oh my god, girl, what are you doing? Like you almost got yourself shot in the line of fire of the other. You know what I mean? Like she almost got in the side of fire from the other police officer that was shooting into the car. She got lucky. She didn't get hit, to be honest with you. But she was also shooting but moving, and people were like, why did she move almost into the way of the other? Yes.
I have not seen that or heard about it.
Yeah, but they unload on that guy.
Good point.
Yeah. And I think they're all going to be cleared. So it's like they gave this person plenty of time to put his hands out to get out of the car, and he did not. And he reached for something in the car. But every case is different, and like I said, these cases are very there's always an investigation, and there's always let it go through its course, let it take its course.
Beckham, you are so wise at times.
Whatever stuff.
1% of the time. Oh, I can't wait to act like I don't know you going forward in life when you come to Boston and visit and go up to the waterfall in Canton and ask for the Brian Higgins special. Oh, man.
Oh my God. I'm going to
watch where our friendship ends.
I'm going to watch
because I'm so mortified.
Hey, does Brian Higgins hang out here? So.
He sure doesn't anymore, I'll tell you that. Oh, God. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for joining for this week's True Crime and Chill, especially when we shifted it this week to Saturday. So, again, next week will be book club on Thursday night. Your girls got to finish reading. I got a lot to do. And then True Crime and Chill.
Catch it up. Catch it up.
Dude, I have so much reading to do. So much reading to do. That's like the rest of my weekends.
Just remember, like, everybody in the audience, if you're gonna text and flirt, don't call the other person a dude.
Yeah.
The old Higgins.
Yeah. A girl doesn't want to hear that.
The old Higgins. It was out there for the world to see, and they read it out in the court. Dude, I was working from home. I was just like, so I had it in the background, and it was just so cringe.
That's probably why you were blowing up my phone very angry.
It was like, even everybody like that was like listening into the case on the chat was like, oh my God, this is so nasty. 250 or 48-year-olds flirting this way. What is wrong with, oh my God, it was just so cringe.
Bad.
It was bad, dude.
So bad. If you would like to punish yourself, you can go on easily.
Oh, I'm sure you can find it somewhere. The breakdown of the Higgins texting.
Yeah, just type in Brian
Karen
Higgins.
Reed.
Just text to Karen Reed. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do. Don't say we didn't warn
you.
Karen
Reed, Higgins. Karen, you are the high note of my love song.
Okay. Beckham, you're pissing off Renee. She says, "Don't be hating on us."
Yeah, but Renee. You're married. You're not like flirting with some random dude.
I take away the age. I take away the age. It even if this was a 20-year-old saying trying to hit on a girl and calling her dude,
it was bad. But Higgins did say that Karen was the high note of his love song. I'm just playing. I just made that up. I'm just playing. Made that up. But you would believe it. If I told you that's what he said, you probably would believe it because it's so bad.
There were so many cringe things that you could just throw another 20 cringe things in there and it'd be like, sounds good. Sounds about right. That sounds like his game. Yeah. 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 No one's hating, Renee. No one's hating. We're hating on Brian Higgins. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. And if anybody took something away from that trial, it's like, oh, is that how you pick up women? No, don't do it. Listen to, God, I can't believe it. Listen to Beckham. He's out there breaking girls' hearts.
Was.
Yeah, I got it.
I swear to God, you always get me in trouble.
That was not intentional. Shelly, that was not a bad slip. No, it was.
Danny needs to go to get some sleep. I think before she has.
I gotta read.
Before you have to cram all this reading, you say you have to do.
Oh, I say I have to do. Yeah.
I gotta go.
All right, everyone.
$3 tonight.
Saturday night, and your girl's got a date with a book. So on that note, everybody have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you, Beckham, for joining and giving us an update on Nancy Guthrie and the Pima County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah. So
we will
sad
see
note.
you next week. And remember, everybody, until next time, we don't live in darkness. Darkness lives in us. Bye, everyone.